morning. I thought we could spend the day together today. I'm working from home. I've just got ready and made myself some breakfast and I will be logging on shortly. I have a new obsession for breakfast, which is chia pudding, and it's literally just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and then 125 ml of oat milk I use, and then a tablespoon or just a bit of maple syrup, which I think is the thing that makes it taste so nice. I think the maple syrup makes it. And then in the morning I just add some berries, and yeah, I have been looking forward to it like every morning, and I've been having it I think consistently for like 2 weeks now, and I'm still enjoying it so much. So yes, I've also seen people do it with coconut milk and mango, and I love both of those things, so I might do that next. I may also have to have some carbs or something as well as this, because I want to go for a run at lunch and I want to make sure I'm properly fueled for it. It doesn't look the most appealing, but I just think it's so tasty. I'm gonna go and take this to my desk and then I will be logging on for the day. So I had a bit of a busier week last week. I had court for the day and I actually went to Hay Festival for the weekend, so I travelled up there on Friday afternoon, which was so good. If you don't know it, it's a literary festival, and then Hay on Wye is like a town of books. There's just so many bookshops and it's a really cute town. So that was such a nice weekend. I've always wanted to go to Hay Festival, but that's the first time I've been. But yes, today I have various bits and pieces to do. I think I'm going to start this morning by doing an initial call with a potential client, so I need to get various information from them. That's what I'm going to start with today. I'm just about to log on and then we'll catch up again properly on my lunch break. So it's gone 1:30. I've been working away and I'm gonna go for a run now. I've got a 6k, which is like rolling 300 meters in the middle, and the pacing looks quite difficult, but because it's a shorter run, it's a good one for me to fit into this lunch break. So I'm gonna get ready for that and then head immediately out the door, and then I'll have lunch after that, probably at my desk, given how much time I'll have left. Just jumping in with your daily reminder to drink some more water. I made an electrolyte drink after I went for my run. It was a really like sweaty and hot run, so I really wanted to rehydrate. And the electrolytes are from my favourite brand, Waterdrop, who I'm so happy to be partnering with on today's video. You guys know I love them. I've been working with them for so long. I have been using their electrolytes after I run for a really long time. If you don't know what the Waterdrop micro drinks are, they're just these tiny cubes that you can carry anywhere, and you drop them into your water and they make it taste great. My favourite of the non-electrolyte range that I drink pretty much every day are the lemon flavour, and I just love how they taste. They taste so close to the real fruit. There's no sugar in them, and they have vitamins as well. The 1 litre white water bottle that is in like every video and I use every single day, it's from Waterdrop and I love it so much. And they also sent me this smaller version, so this is the 600 ml, and I got it in blue with a matching blue lid. I mean, how cute is this? So this is perfect because my large one doesn't fit that well in my work bag, so I thought this would be perfect for days when I'm going to the office, and it's just so cute. The white water bottle I've been using for months, maybe over a year now, and it's my favourite ever. If you guys also want to try out Waterdrop, I have a discount code which is LIBBIEDRINK, which I'll leave down in the description below for money off, and I hope you guys love them as much as I do. For dinner I have leftovers, which I made burrito bowls a couple of nights ago and had all the components left. I think there was pepper on it as well, but it's basically all uncooked, so I haven't cooked the beans, I haven't cooked the sweet corn, I haven't cooked the tomatoes, and it's just all chopped up. And that's a Mexican rice, like a microwavable one underneath there, sour cream, and then I did cook beef mince for it with some, I think, Cajun seasoning and then peri-peri salt or something, and it tastes really good. So just heated up the rice and the beef, and that is dinner. And I've squeezed some lime juice over the top and then done a crack of salt over the whole thing as well. So this is really good if you want to eat loads of veggies and you don't really want to cook. This is amazing. I think the video so far has been quite short, so I thought we would end it, as I have ended quite a lot of videos recently, with a little bit of book chat. I've read some very good books recently and I'm struggling at the moment to pick up books, but I'm really craving something that's a massive page turner and is really compulsive. But my issue with that is that would probably be something like a thriller is what I'm craving, but I find it really hard to find good quality that's also really compulsive and makes me want to just pick it up, and I struggle to put it down. I don't know if those two things are mutually exclusive, but let me know if you know of any books that are like decently good quality, because I don't want to be rolling my eyes at the dialogue or whatever every other page, but also a page turner. So something that comes to mind is Yellowface. I found that so readable and I kept picking it up and wanting to read it. So if you know anything like that, let me know. I'm actually thinking I might read this next, which is Prima Facie. This was a play and this novel has been adapted from the play into a novel. I saw the play in the cinema, and it's Jodie Comer, and she basically just does the whole thing herself, and she is incredible and it's so good. But I'm thinking this might be a little bit of a page turner, so that's why I'm thinking I might read this next, just because I know it's quite plot driven, and the basis of the story is that the main character, Tess, is a criminal defense barrister. Basically then something happens that means she ends up being the victim going through the criminal justice system and seeing it from that side, the re-victimization that victims go through when they go through the criminal justice system. The play is really good. I have high hopes for the book, but I don't know how well it will translate into the book, but we will see and I will let you know. The book that I most recently just finished was a pretty short one, and it's called Reservoir Bitches by Dalia Della Cerda. I can't roll my R's. Dalia Della Cerda, translated by Julia Sanchez and Heather Cleary. It's basically stories of 13 Mexican women. Some of them are interconnected and some of them are standalone. And these women are from various different backgrounds, from the daughter of a cartel boss to a rich socialite to a factory worker to a teen mum. Sorry if you've moved, the battery just went flat. So the women are from various different backgrounds, but the theme that underpins the whole book is the culture of violence and the violence perpetrated against women as a whole in Mexico, and the sort of indifference of Mexican society to it. For example, one of the statistics at the end of the book is that only 5% of femicide cases in Mexico lead to conviction, and 10 women in Mexico are killed every day. And this violence is almost just portrayed as a backdrop and a given in these women's lives, and the stories are brutal and violent and very angry and searing, and they will probably make you feel very angry too. It shows what these different women do to get by in life. It highlights the specific and brutal violence that is visited on women's bodies. And yeah, I would check trigger warnings before reading it, because if it's not clear already, it covers some really challenging moments and topics. They're very sharp stories. It's a short book, but it really packs a punch. It's written quite simply, and there are some colloquialisms in it which I think felt a little bit clunky sometimes, but I'm not sure if that was a translation point. But yeah, overall quite fast paced and a real sense of urgency, and felt sort of galvanizing and like a call to action. So if that sounds good, would recommend that. And then another book that I really loved was Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. This is about Cyrus, who is Iranian. He was born in Iran, but he moved to the US when he was a baby after his mother was killed when a passenger plane was shot down by a US Navy warship. He's introduced, and he's a poet, and he's a recovering addict and alcoholic. He's still living in his university town because he's sort of been dragging out his degree and his time there for as long as possible. He becomes obsessed with this idea of martyrdom and death, and becomes obsessed with this idea of making his death mean something, and in that kind of making his life mean something as well. Near the very beginning of the book, as this obsession is being introduced, he decides to go to New York because an artist is putting on this art installation because she's been diagnosed with terminal cancer, and the installation is called Death Speak, and it's basically where she'll just be sat in a gallery and living in the gallery, and people will come and speak to her as she lives out the rest of her time. So he decides to go there, and the story sort of unfolds from that point. and we see lots of different perspectives, so it shifts a lot between different members of his family. It shifts a lot in time as well, so we go back and forward in time a lot, and I think sometimes that can be a little bit confusing, but I think this was really cohesive. I didn't find it hard to read at all. Prose was super poetic in parts, which I absolutely love. There are some beautiful metaphors and there are some small moments of like philosophical musings, which I also really enjoy. It explores themes of grief, addiction, martyrdom and family, and it really explores these familial relationships as well. And I think something that I really love about it is that the characters to me felt so real, and it really explored their sort of motivations and beliefs and attitudes to life, and they each had such a unique set of those things. They felt so real and fleshed out, and I think the relationships also felt real to me, and I really appreciate that in a book. I also love books that sort of explore the human condition and what it means to be human, and I like them to have that real human element, and yeah, this book had basically had all of those things. So I really enjoyed this book, and if you like those sorts of things, I would definitely recommend this. So that is my most recent book update. I have started making notes on my phone while I'm reading because I do want to make book content. It's just like a bit of a leap for me, but I really want to do it because I'm so passionate about books and reading. So I started making some notes, and perhaps I will be doing some longer form videos. I don't really know whether to do just like monthly roundups or like a couple of months together, probably, because I only read like 4 books a month. But yeah, that is the plan, so hopefully that will happen at some point soon. I think that I'm going to sign the video off here, so I really hope you've enjoyed watching. I'll see you in the next video.